Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series. This is Football Life, the smoke patch, the smoke something patch. It's for PES 2021. Basically they've taken PES 2021 or 2022 and made it into a standalone game for offline only modes, which is my bread and butter when it comes to PES and eFootball. eFootball haven't pulled their finger out of their arse. They have not set up a offline mode for Master League or career mode or something like that, but we are taking this game for Football Life and starting it and getting our Master League off and running. And we are Erik Ten Hag at Man United. Obviously I'm going to do my own club. It's been a while since we've had a Master League or a football playthrough or anything like that, but we are going straight in there with Man United. I've updated the transfers as best as I possibly could up to my knowledge, so this is correct in the Premier League as of the 28th of July. So still a bit of time for the transfer window, but obviously Man United are after a striker. In this save, we already have Mason Mount. We already have Andre Onana. So it'll be really interesting. Jordan Henderson has moved to Saudi Arabia in this save. And Saudi Arabia have got very good players in their league at the moment in the Asia Champions League. But we have to decide, what are we going to do this year? How about we aim to win the league? I think that's a little bit much because we're going to be playing on full manual. So we're going to say Champions League. That's what we're going to go for in this first season. It's best we aim to finish the season in position to win a place in the UEFA Champions League. I think that's what we have to do, Mr. Ten Hag. And that is the thing that I think is best. I don't think... One, I've not played PES for a good few months now. I've had a few little warm-up games on this with full manual, but nothing competitive, only friendlies. And I think we don't have a squad good enough to win the Premier League. When you look at Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, they're all going to be settled down. But yeah, the board now saying they're happy with our decision. But I'm very excited for this. People who have come from the main channel will know that I'm a big, or I was a big PES fan before the PES franchise sort of died with eFootball. But this is massive. And we're going to meet the press for the first time as Erik Ten Hag in our nice club suit there, with our technical director, we'll call him, next to us. And yeah, let's see what Erik Ten Hag will say. Congratulations on becoming the new manager. There'll be much competition for the league title this season. How do you fancy your chances at winning the league in your first year? Now, this is set in the 2022 season. So Man United are in the Europa League. Yeah, it's a little bit behind, but I couldn't get the patch updated that much to do that. So your league title chances. Look, we need to respect the other teams. Man City ran away with it last year. Liverpool are going to want to fight for it. Arsenal, Chelsea have got a really good youthful squad in this as well. Spurs are there. They've still got Harry Kane. He's not moved yet. Is he a striker we go for? I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments. Who do you think Man United should be signing with this one? But we're under no illusions about our chances. I think Erik Ten Hag is summing that up pretty well, to be honest. And what style of football do we want to play this season, as we're just peering through the crowd in the back of the room? I want to put on a show. I want to play some good football. I want to score some good goals. I want to win games. And I think that is the key thing about football, right? Make it for the fans. Give the fans something to be excited about. Putting on a good show is just as important as winning. If you're going to win, make sure you win in style. And I think that is a wonderful opinion there from Erik Ten Hag. And it's like I'm in control of him, isn't it? It's like I'm in control of him. But yeah, I'm excited to get this going. This first episode, we'll just be looking through what's going on. So you can see it is exactly the same sort of layout as previous PESs and things like that, to see how it goes. So let's first off go and look at the squad, and we can go and have a look. So there is Andre Onana, our first choice new goalkeeper, is in. 82 rated Cameroonian offensive goalkeeper, signed to be good with his feet. So we're not going to have a reluctance to go and recycle the ball around the back if we need to. If we need to keep that going and keep possession, that is what we will do Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. Pretty good back four. Wan-Bissaka and Diego Dalot can rotate a little bit. We've got Malacia as a backup for sure as well. Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount all in there. Looking good. Mason Mount, 84 rated as a whole player. He would like to push up a little bit further into the more attacking positions. Him and Bruno pretty similar actually, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Anthony on the right hand side, left footed. No, he loves to cut in and have a shot, so we'll see how that goes. Marcus Rashford is listed as a prolific winger. I think that's probably correct. He may get some games through the middle if we don't sign a striker. At the moment, Jadon Sancho is fulfilling that role, as Man United have been lining up in pre-season, with Jadon Sancho sort of like a false nine, and then Rashford or whoever's been playing on the left. I'm trying to think who's been playing out there other than Rashford. Garnacho, that's who it is. Sort of coming in from the wings. And then the backup, this is sort of the starting 11 at the moment. The backup players, Tom Heaton. We're probably going to have to go and sign a new backup goalkeeper. Maybe Suzuka, the guy that Man United have been linked with in real life. Harry Maguire's at the back. Victor Lindelof. Malacia, we touched on. Dalot, who is 81 rated and got a lot of room to grow as well. Van der Beek is still at the club. We've got Fred, Christian Eriksen, Kobe Mainu, who I'm a big fan of. He's looked very good this pre-season. Pelestri's in there as well. Garnacho, Anthony Martial. Do we cash in on Martial? Maybe we do. Let's go and see what other strikers we can bring in. Radek Vitek, and then we get into more of the youngsters. Scott McTominay's there. May look to sell him. Mason Greenwood is at the club, but we're not going to be using him because of all the stuff that's happened off the pitch, let's call it. Erik Bailly, Bjorn Hardley, Dean Henderson is still here as well, but we'll probably look to sell him, much like Man United are, I think, trying to do in real life. It looks like Nottingham Forest is where he's going to go. But that is the squad. So 34 players in our whole squad. We've got a lot of youngsters in here that we can probably look to not release, but potentially we can look to loan out or something like that. Brandon Williams, I think we might be able to sell. Reece Bennett will maybe move on. Nathan Bishop is a backup goalkeeper, pretty useful to have on. Erik Bailly will try and move on. Bjorn Hardley in there as well. So a lot of players we can try and get rid of, but let me know your thoughts on the squad and what we can do with it. At the moment, this is how we're lining up. As I said, it's like a 4-3-3, but with a sort of false nine second striker in there at the moment. But of course, ideally, I think we would like to line up with an out-and-out striker, a bit more of a traditional, either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. I'd quite like one of our midfielders to be slightly more advanced. And in real life, it is the right-hand side one that sort of drifts in and around Anthony, sort of like this, basically. But we're going to just leave Bruno for there for now. So, it's a very good, strong starting lineup. It's a lineup that I think is good, but they're lacking depth, and that is what we need to go and solve. We have got a message in here. So, training regime, scouting activities, managing the budget, management career, this season's targets, all of that good stuff that we know and love. If we go and have a look at... where do I... It's been so long since I've done this. How do I actually look at transfers? Is it management career database? No. My team, squad list, schedule. Oh, who have we got first? Aston Villa is going to be the first game of the season, which will be really... Negotiations, there it is. That's what I was looking for. So let's go into my team then. So I think we all know that Harry Maguire is going to be transfer listed, isn't he? So we'll say we're open to reasonable offers for Harry Maguire. Lindelof I like. We'll keep him. Malacia, Diego Dalot. Van der Beek we'll keep for now. I think he's been pretty good. Fred, Christian Eriksen, Kobe Mainu, Pelestri, Garnacho. Martial, I'll see what you people say in the comments about Anthony Martial. I probably think maybe cash in, but we'll see how that goes. Right, Tyler Fredrickson, transfer policy. Place on loan list. Mengi will keep as a centre-back option for now. Brandon Williams, I think we can look to potentially get some offers for him. In fact, what I want to do there is go reasonable offers to try and get some above asking price. Scott McTominay is, again, I think we're open to reasonable offers above his asking price. Reece Bennett, I think we can loan list him as well. Bishop, I think we need to keep Bishop around until we sort out the goalkeeper situation. Erik Bailly, transfer policy. Reasonable offers. And no, let's just go transfer list. I think Erik just needs to be out the door, really. Mason Greenwood, we will send out on loan if a club wants him that isn't in England. Bjorn Hardley, I think we'll do the same with you. Loan list there. And Dean Henderson, we will place on the transfer list and see. It would be nice if Nottingham Forest bid for Dean Henderson for a bit of realism. But yeah, there we go. So, looking into other teams, we don't have anything there. Scouting, our scouts are looking at some people. We'll leave it on bolster weak spots at the moment. Obviously, the person to go and look at would be Hoyland, wouldn't it? So let me get on my keyboard and go Hoyland like that. That is who Man United are heavily linked. Oh, he's got an accent on his name, hasn't he? So club teams, Serie A, Atalanta, and search, and we'll go for that. Right, he'll be right down the bottom here. Rasmus Hoyland, 73 rated, 19 years old. I don't know if he's very quick, speed 91, finishing 75 isn't amazing, speed's pretty good and crucial in this. 19 years old, long range curler, crossover turn, dipping shot, acrobatic finish, first time shot would be all very good as well. And yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of progression. He's got a very cheap annual salary. He's really not that expensive. We've got a budget of 654 million. Holy moly, that's big. I did play increased transfer budgets, but I didn't think it would give us that much. Obviously, we'll be semi-realistic and not just go and buy everyone in the world. But for 15 million, we could go and pick up Rasmus Hoyland. And I'm sort of thinking that makes sense because we're linked to him in real life. It looks like United are going to bring him in, although PSG have now entered the bidding as well. So yeah, let me know. We'll get him on the listed players for now because I do think that is one to look at and bring in. And then yeah, let me know your thoughts down below around what we do for the squad. What positions do you think Man United need to strengthen in? What do you do? Oh, let's go and have a quick look at Suzuka if he's in here. I think the J League is in here. I can't remember who he plays for, which club it is. Maybe once I see it. There's the J League is in here. Is it Gamba Osaka? No, I forgot that we can just look through here and see if we find him. Vanmi Make. I'm going to assume he's first choice goalkeeper for someone. Yuma Suzuki is a striker there. Murata Sasaki, Ryong, Nakafotu, Han Wooden Ota. It would be so much quicker for me to just search for his name, wouldn't it? So, Osako. Bum Quen is a lovely name. It's an amazing name. Slowick, Nazawa, Kodama, Nishiwaka. So Zion Suzuki, there he is. Zion Suzuki. So he's there. 66 rated. This is who Man United are sort of looking at to be a backup to Onana in goal. Again, 226. I sort of feel like it would just make sense to bring him in for that sort of money. But yeah, let me know down below what your thoughts are for this one. Right, let's progress the game a little bit, see if we get any transfer offers. We've got a bit of time till our first game, but we'll be back with any news. Okay, so we are back, and interestingly, Victor Roque has joined Chelsea. I think in real life he's planned to join Barcelona, but we'll have to wait and see. So, manager's office, we have July earnings schedule and a scouting report. Marcus Rocha from Palmeiras has been found, and he could be a bit of a bargain. So let's go and have a look at Marcus Rocha. Right back. I don't think we need a right back. That's the thing at the moment. I really don't think we do. Again, yeah. Striker. Striker is definitely what we need. I'm interested that it's interesting that the game thinks we've got a weak spot at right back. Maybe we do. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're back and we've got 5 or 6 days, I think it is, until our first game against Aston Villa, which will be the next episode. But there is some news. Paris Saint-Germain have signed Gabriel Jesus. Handanovic has moved to Liverpool from Inter Milan. And is Andre Onana going to be transferred to Napoli? Absolutely not. Absolutely no chance. Into the messages we go. We have had an offer for Tom Heaton from Nice. And we've got 3 players that the scouts have found as well. So, let's have a look at the scout findings first. They have found Juan Foyth Bono and Yusuf Poulsen. So they have found a striker. And Yusuf Poulsen, probably a little... I mean, 28. I thought he was older. Good heading, more of a target man. You could argue that's what Ten Hag does like in his system, is a bit more of a target man that can link up play a bit better. So Yusuf Poulsen, let me know down below what your thoughts on that. Bonu is here as well from Sevilla. Great goalkeeping awareness. 31 though. We've just got our first choice goalkeeper in Onana, so I don't think that's necessary. And again, another right back in Juan Foyth, ex-Tottenham player Juan Foyth. Let's go and have a look at what the bid is for Tom Heaton. As Tom Heaton's here for 2 million. He's worth 4.04. His release fee is 3.2. Let's renegotiate. How much is it up to the... So that's the release fee, but they won't go for that. I think part of me sort of like, let's get 2.5 million. And then go and get Suzuka if we sell Tom Heaton. I think that's a great plan. Okay, more transfer news coming in then. Jeremy Frimpong has moved to Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen. A wanted man in real life, Jeremy Frimpong, the attacking right back or right winger. We have some other messages as well. So Fred has had an offer from Crystal Palace. And Tom Heaton, they've agreed to the terms for Tom Heaton. Wow, so Tom Heaton will be leaving Man United for the second time in his life. After he left as a youngster. I think 2.5 million is a very sensible deal to do. We've got so much money. I probably should start again and put that back to normal. But we'll be sensible in our spendings and bringing in players and stuff like that. I didn't want it to be a budget of like 10 million and then we couldn't get anyone. So we'll go for that and then we'll bring in Zion Suzuki as well. So we'll start the transfer negotiations. We'll just pay the release fee. That's fine. We'll give him a contract length of 3 years. I'd like his release fee to be a bit more, but that doesn't normally mean they reject it. So, yeah, let's go 3 years and give him a bit of a bump in salary as well and a clean sheet bonus if he gets it when he plays. So, looks like it could be one goalkeeper out, another goalkeeper in Man United's life. And we'll see what happens there. Apologies if you're hearing the music twice. It's hard for it to stop coming through the microphone, but it should be okay. It's a little bit loud, but I think my voice is enough to talk over it. Fred was the other one who had an option. 15 million. That is absolutely insulting. So we're just going to go and say no to that straight away. 15 million for a man worth 30. I don't think that's acceptable at all. Crystal Palace. Right, we will end the... no, let's move forward. We're not on game day yet, so let's see if there's any more news that comes through. There's more news around the Premier League as Gagliardini has moved to Arsenal for £19 million. Nice sign Tom Heaton, as we know. There is an offer for Andre Onana from Napoli, and Casemiro has been named in the Brazilian squad, so good for him there. We're going to reject... There's only 1 year left on his contract, so we'll have to get a new contract for Andre Onana. No news on the Suzuka deal just yet, but Andre Onana will be rejected for that, and we'll see if we can give him a new contract. We'll bump his annual salary up, we'll give him a 5-year deal, and I think we're fine. Again, we'll give him a clean sheet bonus just in case he wants it. 29.9 million for a release fee is very, very cheap for Andre Onana, so hopefully that doesn't come back and kick us in the bum. Right, let's go. We're 1 day away from game day. Can we get our backup goalkeeper Suzuka in time? Here we are then. It's the first season and the first match is just around the corner. How are you feeling? How am I feeling going to the first match? I think we'll make the fans proud. Let's do it for the fans. Entertaining football, as we said before, all of that good stuff. That is what we need. And we need the supporters in high spirits for the opening match. They'll be singing at the top of their lungs out there, and in return, we'll put on a good game for them. And that is the best we can do. That first game against Aston Villa will be coming up in the next episode. We do have a little bit of news. I'm not too sure. Suzuki. He's accepted our offer. Good, because we gave him more than he wanted. So it does look like we're going to be getting Suzuki in. So we'll accept that. We'll bring him in from the Urawa Red Diamonds. And that is looking very, very good. Right, well, thank you so much for watching. We'll leave this first episode here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.